So I'm going to be reading a poem by Mitchell Shwartz. He lived April 9th, 1961 to April 28th, 2016. He wrote this poem called Nonstop, Eternal Love. I believe he passed from a drug addiction overdose. I know his sister. I believe I don't know if it's older sister, younger sister. She's in her 60s. And she's very special to me. Her name is Lori. Let us end all suffering. Open wide our hearts. Let's rejoice in union. Cultivating brand new starts. Every end is a new beginning. Omniscient meditation. Understand the peacefulness, blessing every situation. Give thanks and mercy to the earth, our beloved mother friend. Caring, sharing, constant transformations. See that rotation and revolution. And her seasons never end. The elements are present, earth, water, fire, air, and space. So are the plants and animals that go along with the human race. Give love, blood, sweat, tears, voice, a smile, and presentation. Put attention on intention, holy science, and manifestation. Heart and soul in harmony, yoga, grace, and truth. Reverence for the elders, proper guidance for the youth. From formless into form, insight and intuition, being bearers of the light, carriers of sound and divine vibration. May the words we speak be pure, and the time we live in now. Countless diversity and points of view, let us appreciate and allow. The sun's in constant rising, we travel dusk to dawn, while we bury and cremate our own and new ones being born. Give birth to freedom, realign, and realize one. For in every breath we take, a new moment has just begun. Be done with hate and rage, replaced with forgiveness and compassion. Love is meant to overflow, certainly not to ration. Cultivate and celebrate the trivial, rise above. Welcome home, brothers and sisters, to the way of nonstop eternal love. And I'd also like to read from, just a moment. From the book by Alan Garner I have a few things to read today. From the book by Alan Garner, it is called Conversationally Speaking. He has a quote here from Felicity. I was tired and ready to have my sister drive me home, so I said to her, "Are you ready?" She said, "Just a minute," and went back to gabbing away with some fellow. 10 minutes passed, 20 minutes passed, and 30 minutes. I just sat there getting angrier. So he says sometimes we have to identify who owns the problem. I'm piggybacking off this nonstop eternal love to say, when do we not have the love, right? Is when we have a problem. So when our needs are not being met or when our rights are being violated, passively hoping others will change their behavior seldom works. Letting our anger and resentment build until we aggressively strike out can be damaging to the relationship. Instead, consider the following assertive option. Begin by clearly establishing who owns the problem. A problem is yours whenever you're the person whose needs are not being met. When a driver won't take you home, when a friend's cigarette causes you to cough, when a salesperson sells you a defective TV, you're the person who owns the problem. Why? Because the driver, friend, and salesperson are all having their needs met, but you aren't. Others own problems similarly when their needs are not being met. And I'm now going to read from a therapist. She posted some things that are rights in a relationship that might be harder for women to say than men. And these are some phrases. So first of all, I don't want to be touched like that. Do not comment on my body. I'm not responsible for your behavior. I won't allow you to use guilt to control me. I have a right to be angry. Giving me the silent treatment is manipulative and childish. My feelings are equally important as yours. If you choose to ignore me, that's your problem, not mine. Finally, I'm not prepared to discuss this any further, or I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. I need a break. So her name is Katie McKenna. She's a psychotherapist. And these are some ways to express ourselves directly. She says, I'm going to teach my daughter that. And the final thing I want to read is from the chapter 6 in Yisro of the Zohar. This is the book. There's like 40-something of these. This is volume 10. I'll be reading in English. I already read it in the Hebrew. It's a few pages. It says, you shall behold the secrets of the forehead. This part examines the shape, size, and slope of the forehead. Together with the minute details of the furrows in the forehead, it uses these facts to explain the person who have 3 sets of characteristics. The secrets of the forehead is under the letter Nun, that is Gevura. And are supposedly 50 degrees of spirituality, the depths and the heights. So Nun is the 50 equivalent. Gevura is strength, restraint, power. And the reason I'm reading this is because even if we don't understand exactly how, the Zohar is called radiance. It reveals the inner radiance. So we can just follow the stream of consciousness from the holy words and allow it to bring us holy radiance into our life. The secret of the forehead, this is the letter Nun, which is Gevura, which is the perfection of the letter Zayin, which is related to 7, which is Malchut, since Malchut was built from the left column, which is Gevura. Sometimes the letter Nun is included in the letter Zayin, and at times it stands by itself. A forehead which is small, rises sharply, and is not round, signifies as a man who's not settled in his mind. He thinks he's wise, but knows little. He is frightened in spirit and has a serpent's tongue. If the furrows in his forehead are large and are not joined one with the other, and if when he speaks, these same furrows are formed but not joined, while the other lines in his forehead are all joined, one with the other, then one is not to associate with him for more than a brief period and not for a lengthy time. Whatever he does and thinks is only for his own advantage, and he has no concern for the benefit of others. He cannot keep a secret at all. Of him is written, a talebearer reveals secrets in Mishlei Proverbs from King Solomon. His words are not meaningful. This is the mystery of the letter Nun, which is included in the letter Zayin. He doesn't have a reliable disposition. If his forehead is small and rounded, and he makes he makes intelligent observations, yet he's fearful in spirit. His love is joyous. He's kind-hearted to everyone. He has interest in many things. If he studied Torah, he'll become quite wise. If 3 large wrinkles are in his forehead at the time when he speaks, and 3 wrinkles are near one eye, and 3 wrinkles are near the other eye, and he cries at the time he's angry, then he is better than he appears to be. Whether it be in deeds or in words, he throws over his shoulder all secular matters, doesn't care for them. He will have success in the study of the Torah. In fact, anyone who engages with him will profit even in secular matters for which he attaches no importance. At times he clings to the will of the Holy One, blessed be, and at times he doesn't. In legal matters, he has no success. He stays far away from legal judgments, and this is the secret of the letter Nun by itself, not included in the Zayin. Since it's not included in the Zayin, he keeps his distance from the law and doesn't stay there. Rather, love is his side. If his forehead is not rounded but is large, this is a man, whether he stands or walks, always bends his head. This type can be divided into 2 aspects of madness. One is noticeable madness, evident to all who observe and recognize it. He is the fool. If he has 4 large wrinkles on his forehead, and sometimes when he speaks, they appear on his forehead, while at other times the skin on his forehead is stretched so the wrinkles are not seen. Wonder if that's me, I don't know. There are wrinkles that are seen, and then other large wrinkles close to his eyes. It's not me. So far I haven't found myself in any of these. Madness is concealed in him and people don't notice it. His mouth is large, he laughs freely without reason. This man has no worth and is of the other side, and he gets wiser in everything he does, even in the study of Torah, but not for its own sake. Torah is teaching truth, but only to boast before people, and his custom is to be clandestine and conceited. He appears to be pious, but is not so. Everything he says is not for the sake of the Holy One, blessed be, but for man. His thoughts and his behaviors are for external appearance, to draw attention to himself. This is the mystery of the letter Nun, which is included in the letter Zayin. If the forehead is rounded and large, he's clever. He remembers everything. He acquires wisdom from whatever he works hard at, and even without a trainer to teach him. He succeeds at whatever he endeavors. However, in money matters, sometimes he succeeds and sometimes he doesn't. From little things he can infer great things. He's called wise. He doesn't concern himself with mundane matters, even when he knows that he may be embarrassed by not concerning himself with these matters. He pays no attention to them. He's soft-hearted. If there's 2 large wrinkles set high upon his forehead, 1 wrinkle over one eye and 1 wrinkle over another eye, and there are also 3 large wrinkles in his forehead, those above his eyes, and apart from them a lower furrow split above the eyes, this signifies deep inner thought, not revealed on the outside, because people do not pay attention to his actions. He is in fear for a short time only, but never more than that. As for pleasing, he's only concerned with his outward actions before people, and his actions are nothing more than childish at times. And at times they are wise. This stands in the mystery of the letter Nun. When it is alone, it is not included in the letter Zayin, but it is weak because it has not been included in the original letters, but is supported by the letter Samach, 60, to be included with it, but not with the original letters. Until this point are the secrets of the wisdom of the forehead.